Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we're going to be talking about Hourglass. Now I have over the years collected far too much Hourglass makeup, but recently they came out with a new foundation which I was really intrigued about because the original stick foundation I wasn't a big fan of. So we're going to be trying this out today, and also their very viral concealer. These two we're going to be trying out today. I'm so excited, and if you are, give this video a like, please subscribe, and let's get into it. First product that I'm going to be using today is the Hourglass foundation. This is called the Illusion Luminous Glow Foundation, and it's broad spectrum SPF 30. As I always say, you do need to use a separate SPF when you're using a foundation that's got SPF in it. You don't want to rely on this for your SPF protection. What you need to do is use a separate SPF. The reason behind that is because your makeup, you're not going to use a full teaspoon of this on your face. With your SPF, you can use a teaspoon of that fine and it'll sink into your skin. This will look ridiculous with a teaspoon on your face. So that is the recommended amount that you're supposed to use SPF, which is a teaspoon. So you just need to make sure that you're not relying on your foundation. TED talk over about SPF. So we're going to be going in with this new foundation. I have tried this a few times before. Like I said in previous videos, I was struggling to find my shade. I've just decided to go for shade 1. I wanted it to be a little bit more pink toned because I've got more of a cool undertone. If you've tried any Hourglass, can you please let me know, because I am a big fan. So I'm just gonna use my beauty blender to blend this out. By the way, I've gone in with done my brows previously and my eyeshadow, because they're eyeshadows. You have to buy a magnetic eyeshadow palette and then you can fill it with like their shades, and they do have some shimmers but they don't look amazing, and I'd rather just spend my money on something like Danessa Myricks or Natasha Denona really, because their shadows are so much better quality. They do these little like scatter pot things, what's they called, scatter light or something, but not into them either. I find the shades online, they look all a bit more orange than I'd rather. I just decided to do my eyeshadow before over buying a palette that I wasn't gonna like. This foundation, when I tell you, it just looks incredible on the skin. I don't think you can tell this foundation is foundation. I wore it all yesterday for about 10 hours. I looked at my skin when I got home, and when I tell you it was invisible on the skin, it looked absolutely flawless still. It does last really well. I think some people have reviewed this and said that it doesn't last as well, but I think they might have more oily skin. So if you've got dry skin, I feel like this will be the foundation from Hourglass for you. They do like the ambient lighting one as well, but I've never tried that one because it says full coverage, and I think this one is more a medium coverage. Can you see there? My skin just looks super glowy, super flawless. I love this foundation, and I'm so glad that I managed to get it in my shade eventually. So next up, we're going to be going in with the Hourglass Vanish concealer. This is my holy grail concealer. I absolutely love it. So what I like to do with this is pop a little bit on my hand, and I've got the shade Creme. It's quite a creamy formula as well. Honestly, under the eyes, it's incredible. So I'm just going to pop that under my eyes, and then any blemishes, which by the way, I don't normally get blemishes, but for some reason I have this month, but I had one there, and look, it vanished. I'm just applying a very small amount under my eyes. Look at that. Got rid of my dark circles in 2 seconds flat. Just sharpen that wing a little bit. Stunning. The shade Creme is quite a pink tone. I like that for under my eyes because I've got quite a lot of blue under there. So Hourglass don't sell a cream bronzer. They do a stick blush, I believe, and they do a liquid blush. But again, I've got flipping hundreds and I don't need any more. So I thought I'm not going to be buying any more for this video. I'm going to just use what I've got. So I've gone ahead and used all my creams, and then I've set my face, my Huda Beauty powder. Hourglass do a powder, and it is a loose powder. I don't like it, so I'm not going to be buying it. It's basically got a little bit of like a glow to it. It doesn't set though, I find. It just kind of gives you a bit more glow, which, you know, I do love a glow, but for my setting powder, I want it to be set, you know? So I'm gonna go ahead and show you all of my Hourglass palettes. This is the Ambient Lighting palette. I think this is the first one that they came out with. This is quite an old palette. As you can see there, I've used quite a lot of this middle shade. I believe this is more like a highlighter. This is Dim Light. This one is incandescent light, and this is radiant light. And this I can actually use as a bronzer, and it is really, really beautiful as a bronzer. I've got quite a severe dent in that. Dim light's a little bit too dark for me. The next one is a highlighting palette. This is the Ambient Metallic Strobe Lighting palette, and in here you get 3 highlighters, and these are absolutely gorgeous. So this one is Absolute Strobe Light, this one is Pure Strobe Light, and this one is Lucent Strobe Light. This is absolutely gorgeous on the skin, guys. I am going to be popping a little bit of this on in a minute. I love this palette. I just don't use it as often now because I've got so many highlighters, but I keep forgetting I've got it. This one is the Ambient Lighting Edit Mini Sculpture. I actually used a full-size sculpture palette up, like the whole thing. I used it up and I was absolutely so proud of myself, but I really loved that palette. So number 1, so I believe it's this one here. That one's Soft Light, and then the bronzer is called Golden Bronze Light, and then this one is called Mood Flush, and this one is called Champagne Strobe Light. This is my favourite highlighter from Hourglass, I'd say, because it's a really nice shade and it goes really nicely on my skin. Some of my bigger palettes. So this one, this is the Ambient Lighting Edit Universe. It's almost like a finishing powder that's got like a swirl in it. So this one is called Infinity. This one is called Vibrant Heat. And then the bronzer is called Glistening Bronze Light, Luminous Rose, and then Supernatural Strobe Light. I'm not sure about this highlighter. I don't know if it's a little bit too dark for me, but there you go. That's the shades there. And then this is the packaging. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit palette. I feel like this is one of the first ones they did. This is it, and obviously it's well used, so ignore that. And I couldn't tell you what the shades are because it's all rubbed off, but you can't get this anymore, so I just love this palette. I obviously loved this bronzer because it's nearly gone. I obviously loved this highlighter, and I obviously loved this finishing powder. This is my Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked, and this is the elephant one. How cute is that packaging? It's absolutely stunning. These are the shades. How stunning. The only thing I'd say with this palette is I don't use dim light. It's too dark for me. So you've got dim light, soft light, beaming strobe light, lustrous bronze light, bronze iridescent coral, and radiant rose. I think today I am going to use this blusher because I really, really like the colour of it, and I think it goes with what I've already got on. Got an individual Hourglass bronzer, and this is my favourite bronzer of all time, I would say. So this is Nude Bronze Light Ambient Lighting Bronzer, and this is just like a really nice glowy bronzer, so we're going to pop a little bit of that on now. The thing with this, I feel like it goes really well over creams, and it doesn't budge during the day, and it just blends out so nicely. Look at that. Stunning. Stunning. So now we've done a little bit of a bronze with that one. We're going to go in with that absolutely gorgeous blusher. This one. And these are just like a baked formula, but they're so glowy. So pretty and so glowy. You know me, guys. I'm a blush gal. Like, you can't put too much blush on me. I love it. And you might be thinking, Tina, have you lost your mind? You've put too much blush on. Darling, I don't care. Stunning! And then I'm going to finish this look off with a little bit of highlight from that. And I think I'm going to go in with this pinky shade here, just here. How gorgeous is that? Oh! And guys, these might be an expensive product, but they last and last and last years. Like, I know it says you probably should use it in like 18 months or whatever, but guys, I've had this palette for like 5 years and it's still fine. And then I'm going to just get one of the finishing powders and just kind of go over and blend. Go in with this finishing powder out of my other palette, this one. And I'm just going to go over and try to buff any edges. Guys, I forgot to turn my mic on. Sorry about that. And if this isn't an Hourglass face, I don't know what is. Look at that glow. And this is from powders, guys. And it's because they're baked. This is how glorious this looks on the skin. I don't even need to like put anything else on my face apart from mascara. Look at that cheek. Stunning. Now, Hourglass do a mascara that I do really like, but again, I've got 13 mascaras in the drawer. I don't need another one, but just now I have tried it and it was absolutely stunning. It is a tubing mascara, so it doesn't budge, it doesn't smudge, and it doesn't flake everywhere. It literally just goes on your lashes and stays there all day, and I absolutely loved it. I loved the brush on it as well, it was really good. Can't get over that glow, guys. That is so beautiful. Lovely. This is my perfect makeup look. Like, this is me. This is how I like to look. It's like a nude, soft glam, glowy skin, stunning, like big, nice, bushy eyebrows. This is how I like to look. So Hourglass is one of my favourite brands. I just wish that they would come out with something like this, like a cream bronzer, and then my life would be complete. And I bet it would be stunning as well, guys. What do you think? What do you think to this look? Let me know down below. And like I said before, don't forget to subscribe, give me a like and give me a comment on any other brands that you would like me to review. Obviously, I don't have everything from Hourglass, and you know, Hourglass is a very expensive brand, and this is just a few of the things that I've collected over the years. But like I say, if you know of any brands that you would like me to try, down below, pop it in the comments. Thank you so much for all the love recently, and I will see you next time. Bye!